Alright guys, I think day 27, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's day 27 of Unprofitable Diaries, which is a series where I am covering everything I've learned so far as an unprofitable day trader. So I'm not profitable, I'm unprofitable. I haven't figured it all out yet, but hopefully I will one day. And yeah, so in today's video I'll be covering journaling, how I journal trades, where I do it, and why I believe it's important to do both for profitable and non-profitable traders. So, by the way, make sure to like, subscribe, and if I've missed something in the videos, or if I said something wrong that is not correct, please let me know down below in the comments, or contact me on social media. But yeah, journaling. Let's get into this episode. So, journaling in day trading. What does that mean? Now, journaling. My understanding of journaling is that it is an important way. It is an important thing you do. To make to learn from your mistakes, for example, because if you take a trade and you're making a mistake, and you just take the trade and then you go on with your day, you don't write it down, then you don't learn from the mistake you did. But if you take like this mistake and you write it in a journal somewhere, and you go back and read it every time you have to trade, or from time to time every week, then you'll improve. I've seen that myself, and I've heard that from many others. But most of all, I've seen it when like looking inside of myself, like when looking at myself. I definitely learn from my mistakes when I review my journal after mistakes made on trading setups. So journaling. There's many ways you can do this. Before I just used TradeSeller, but me and my buddy Milo, we got this together. So we just share our TradeSeller, so we have like backtesting, both him and me, Milo, and then me on all these backtesting sessions. But this is also possible, so you can also do it in a TradeSeller. Right now we've got no added account because the broker that we use are not supported, and we do not want to do it manually. So I just use Notion, which I'll go through just in a second. But tradeseller.com, you can go create an account. That actually costs like $30 a month if you want to have one account linked. But here you can basically find your prop firm or your trading platform or your broker, and then you can connect it, and then on most of them you can auto sync. So if you choose auto sync, press continue, then you log in with your TradeLocker account if you use TradeLocker, and then every time you take a trade, it will automatically pop up here, and you can see your win rate and your profit factor without having to add them manually because it'll auto sync them. But I find Notion better actually. I like Notion. It is a free version that I can use too. So I'm just more of a fan of it. So this is Notion. You can create. I've got this template. I'll put this template in the description, which is a good journal template. Or you can basically just use this journal template for trading. So you can use this template. I'll just go through the whole template. Or when you want to do your journaling, it's a good emoji for journaling. There we go. So yeah, I'll just go through this. The link will be in the description. You can just click the link, then it'll open this this free site, and then you can just duplicate it into your own Notion. So journal templating for duplicating. That's just what I called it. So you've got three categories here. You've got a calendar where you can see every time you add a trade, it will pop up here. Then you've got the table view where you can basically just go through like in a compact mode. And then you've got your gallery. Now, gallery is where you do. So let's say you've taken a trade, and it was a win, and you made 1.5% on the Bitcoin USD asset. So then you press new page. Now, for me, I only trade NQ and ES. So that will be the only possibilities that you have here. But you can go in now, and if you then press new page, and then you select asset and you select edit property, then you can actually add assets here. So if you trade BTC USD, then you can add that, and you can just remove the other ones if you like to just delete them. But that is a good way to like know what asset you took the trade on, because I trade 2 assets, so I need to know if I took the trade on NQ or ES. But what I do when I journal here, I basically just I say, okay, this is sometimes I say this is the first trade in this journal, so I say 001, and then I write the date. So let's say I took a trade today, which is the November 6th. Now, just so you know, I'm recording this beforehand, so like this video will probably get posted in like a week or something, because maybe a couple of days, because I've got them scheduled. So maybe I record like 10 videos in a day and then I schedule them. So that's why it's probably not November 6th when you watch this video. But it's the 6th of 11th. That's how you write it in Sweden. 2025. So that is one way you can do it, or you can just like just only have the date. Then on the asset, let's say I took the trade on NQ and it was a buy, because if you buy, then it's called a long, and if you sell, then it's called a short. But I took longs, and my risk to reward ratio is that little thing. When you have like your position tool, that thing in the middle, the risk to reward ratio. I talked about that in a previous video. Let's say that was a 2-to-1, and the result was a win. And how confident was I when I took this trade? Was I overconfident? Was I not confident, for example? So let's say I was in 8. This was a pretty valid setup, and I made 1.5% on a $50,000 eval, so I made around $750. You don't have to like write dollar because it will just automatically calculate that. Now my trade setup, this is my strategy. So then let's say a high or a low got swept, then I had a break of structure on the 5-minute, I have a retrace into a fair value gap, and I had a 1-minute inverse fair value gap and a 79% extension closure. Psychology, you can also add if you got like some psychology you want to add. This is just like the start. This is just like the default of this template. You can always edit, because when you've duplicated it to your own account, that is yours. So you can add here also if you like. For example, you 2 early profits, for example, even though that's kind of like I included in the bad trade management category. But you can just select like if you did any mistakes, and then for it to show on the calendar, you just have to write in the date. So just make sure it says the date you wrote here. Just make sure you've clicked that in the date column. Now hit right down here. You've got the notes. So let's say then I'm just going to write like about the trade that took longs up to Shen highs. Good entry. Break even target got hit, so moved stop looks to break even. Full TP hit, risk 1.5%. Was not too stressed and did not take any early profits. Thing, for example, it's just notes for yourself, so it's like it's not really important like how you write it, just so you understand yourself. Yeah, you can just keep on writing. I think I have a picture here. Yeah, this is a backtesting trade I took today, but this could be a good example. So then when you're written, you just take one line down, just enter, and then you just paste the image from TradingView or wherever you take the trade. And yeah, that is actually how you just add the trade. That is everything I use. If you want to add anything else that you think is important, you can add a property, and then you can add these multi-select or a date or file and media or a URL if you just want to like put your TradingView link to, like your URL from the trading link. That kind of stuff you can do. So yeah, you can just, that's simply it. Then you just write in this, and once you've done that, you've got it here. You can also add an icon if you want to. We can just put that one so it looks good. This is one trade that I took for a day, in 1 day in time. Then if we click table, then here is actually, I just use this because this sums up all my trades. It sums up how much I made in total. So if I add another page, now I don't want to add like all the other stuff. I'm just gonna add here that I made $525, and then I also had a trade where I lost $485. then it automatically calculates that my total P&L on these 3 trades is $790. That's just why I use the table. And then in the calendar, it just adds this, so you can see that on Thursday, November 6th, I made $750 on NQ, and it was a cool win, and it was, yeah, that is basically all you have to know. So that's I think this is a pretty cool way to like have your journal. I think it's pretty much complete. So you can see for every day you've made money or you're taking a trade, you can see it, and you can see how much you lost or how much you won, and then that is like what I use the calendar for. Oh shit. But yeah, that's actually gonna be I think that's gonna be everything for this video. Not that long of a video. Now the next couple of videos is going to be about strategy creation. I'm gonna showcase my strategy in depth because we've learned, or like I've shown you guys all my building blocks, and then using them, if you know what they are, and then you can basically then you will understand my strategy, which is a very good strategy if you ask me. So yeah, that's gonna be everything for this video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if there's something I've missed. And I'll just put this in the description of this video, so you can go check that out for completely free, of course. My Discord community is linked down below. Please go ahead and join that if you like to. I'm trying to build a community there too, of traders who want to make it together with me, perhaps, who would like to become profitable traders too. But yeah, that's gonna be everything for this video, guys. I know I say that a lot in my videos. And yeah, I'll just see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.